Several bills have already been introduced, most famously named the Pelosi Act. Now, here's the bill's full name: Preventing Elected Leaders from Owning Securities and Investments Act. Quite a mouthful, but the message is clear. Lawmakers and their spouses should not be buying and selling individual stocks while in office. Now, supporters argue, if members of Congress want to invest, that's fine, but they have to use blind trust, mutual funds, or index funds like everyone else. Now, what they shouldn't be doing is profiting from information that they have access to that the rest of America doesn't. Now, that sounds simple, right? But here's where it gets complicated, because the same lawmakers who would have to pass that bill are the same ones making millions of dollars from the stock market. Conflict of interest, anyone? Now, let me ask you, do you think that Congress will actually pass a bill that hurts their own wallets? Now, why Pelosi, the former Speaker of the House, has become a face of controversy, perhaps the most famous case in this debate. Why? Because her net worth has skyrocketed during her decades in Congress. Her estimated net worth is somewhere in the ballpark of $120 million. Keep in mind that the Speaker of the House has an annual salary of about $223,000. It's not chump change, but it's certainly not high enough to explain a fortune over $100 million. Now, the explanation? Stock trading. Now, Pelosi herself claims she doesn't make the trades. Her husband, Paul Pelosi, does. Now, here's the issue. Paul Pelosi has made incredibly well-timed trades in major companies like Google, Nvidia, Apple, and Tesla, sometimes just days before Congress passes legislation directly impacting those industries. Coincidence or insider trading? Now, critics argue it's insider trading, plain and simple, and Nancy Pelosi has become the symbol of why America doesn't trust Congress with stock trading. Now, let's be clear, Pelosi's not the only one. There's Republicans and Democrats alike, both with questionable trades, but Pelosi has become the lightning rod. When people talk about banning congressional trading, her name is the first one that comes up. Pelosi actually resisted the idea of banning members of Congress from trading for years, until the public pressure grew so overwhelming that she eventually softened her stance. But by then, the damage to public trust had already been done.